We have kind of a striking message for some of the collective. This message is Eight of Cups. It's shattered beyond repair. And it feels like there is a desperation to try to repair this because there is a fear of starting over. And I think that fear is rightly felt because you want to go into this with so much more than what you have experienced in the past. It's not something that can happen immediately. You have to be willing to walk away from this situation and take some time for yourself and take some time for your healing. Observe the patterns, be present, experience your life and experience like what are those triggers that you're dealing with, because those triggers are drawing you into the same circumstances that you've continued to deal with your whole life. And you're starting to have a very interesting attitude about it, thinking that this is something that it's just normal or it's very common. You're not taking time to heal from your own wounds, from the damage that you have endured throughout your life. Part of that is a fear of being alone. It's a fear of having to listen to your own thoughts because you don't like them. And you don't like them because they're coming from that hurt time, that self that was hurt, that self that has not yet recovered, that self that is grieving. So those inner thoughts are not truly you, and you don't want to be left alone with them. There is no one on this planet that can heal you from the pain that you've endured for you. It is you that has to do the work, and it's you that has to be very deliberate and intentional about doing this work. You have to separate yourself from this very toxic situation. Never look back. That's not you. That was hurt you that accepted this. Stop trying to fight for something that's trying to escape from you. It's not yours. It's not you at all. And the message here is about finding you and healing you and loving you. And when you are in that space, everything that comes to you is going to feel absolutely wonderful, and you're not going to have to do any chasing at all. It's going to come right to that healed version of you. So we have three cards that flew out of the Animal Oracle deck. First, we're bringing a gentle touch to the situation. I'm feeling that this is about how you are treating yourself and how you're talking to yourself. It's okay to cycle back. It's okay to need reassurance, to want closure. And closure was a big factor here. Don't beat yourself up for the decisions that you've made in the past. You were working with what you had. But going forward, we're going to implement the lessons that we've learned and we're going to put them into practice. Since you know that you have a tendency to fall into specific patterns and habits, let's work on building healthy habits before we move into that next situation, before we propel forward. In fact, there's a big period here that's going to be very helpful if we go ahead and clear out reminders of the past, of these situations, because it's almost like there's visual triggers. There are contacts, text messages, old emails, photos, stuff still on the phone, of times that do not reflect who you are today. But it's especially, I'm hearing that this may have something to do with like some CPTSD type situation, that it's difficult to realize that you are reacting in this way because this is what you had to do to survive and not because it's a healthy reaction. And so sometimes we have to get rid of things that we think, well, these are very meaningful to me, this is very important to me, but Recognize that some of these things that are important to you are important to you because they were important to you when you needed to survive, when you needed to deal with the anxiety and the conflict that was a part of your life so frequently that it became normalized. We're having these reactions to situations because there are parts of ourself that we're still working on. But we can use everything that we've experienced to go forward in a different way. And it's really going to be important that you speak to yourself with a voice that comes from that person inside that's already healed in the future. Let that person speak to you and guide you with a gentle tone, with the kindness and the love that you need to feel right now. Happiness, stillness, and abundance. Sometimes the happiest times are the times when really nothing is going on. It's just peaceful. There's no chaos. It's almost, I feel like for some of you, this may be a strange occurrence. Like to not hear your brain screaming at you, to not hear someone else's voice in your brain with opinions and thoughts and criticisms, but there's nothing there. And it's just calm. That is true happiness for so many people who have experienced a tumultuous, difficult life where we've had to do a lot of things to survive. I'm hearing you had to survive yourself. That some of the patterns that you ran from were patterns of self-destruction. And you ran from these, and now you're finding this place where you don't feel the need to do this to yourself. And it's strange. It's good, but it's strange. It's almost too quiet sometimes, right? That's when we just need to close our eyes and rest. Just rest. You are safe now. You are okay now. You have an abundance of everything that you need. Claim that for yourself. Own it right now. I have an abundance of everything that I need and desire. I am safe. I am secure. I have all the resources that I need. I am loved. I am cared for. There are people around me that I love. I get to do things that I enjoy. I feel like this is the life that I was trying to find, only to realize that I had it in front of me the whole time, but I had learned some really dangerous things, and those things were kind of destroying what I was building. And now I've learned to not destroy what I'm building. I've learned to just observe, to be present in it, to be grateful for the peace, to be grateful for the quiet, to be grateful for the solitude at times, to be grateful for having just enough, maybe a little bit extra, being grateful for having more than enough to share, the safety and the security, loving and being loved. Those are your birthrights. But beyond that, there's even more to explore. I want you to welcome and receive the abundance that's coming to you now.